Well, if you are like me, chances are you have had the urge to pet an adorable pup while you are out for a walk. You just want to reach down and
Just
boop, boop that snoot. Well, experts say you should think twice before approaching a dog you don't know.
Yeah, that's a good call. Dog bites are a serious problem and a lot more common than you think, but they are quite preventable. Joining us live with some of those prevention tips for pet parents and dog lovers is Dr. Kimberly Dauphin, Medical Director at Wellhaven Pet Health in downtown Vancouver. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back.
Of course, great to see you again. Okay, dog bites, like we said, they are relatively common, but they are also quite preventable. Dive into some of those statistics as to why we can prevent these dog bites.
Sure. Well, first, it's important to know that there are over 5 million people that get bitten every year in the U.S. by dogs.
Wow.
And very few, however, are reported to insurance. So there may actually be more. Only about 17,000 get reported every year, but that results in over $850 million in medical costs. By far, the most common people that are bitten are infants and children under the age of 10.
Oh, gosh.
Because, I know it's sad. And they also are more likely to get very seriously injured compared to humans who get bitten.
Okay. As I think about it, though, it makes sense to me.
It does,
Oftentimes,
to me too, yeah.
Kiddos are the ones that are going to be, they're down on the dog's level. Sometimes they're right in their faces and they don't always, know the right way to behave around an animal to make sure that they stay safe. I mean, why are dogs biting?
Yeah, kids can be very unpredictable too and do loud movements and sudden movements.
Yeah.
And it throws a dog off of their normal routine and they'll lash out when they normally wouldn't. There are several things that people can do to prevent dog bites outside and inside the home. Outside the home, just be sure that your dog is on a leash. That can help prevent a lot of them. Make sure your kids know how to approach dogs or whether or not to approach a dog. And teach your kids how to interact safely with dogs. Always ask if you can pet a dog before they actually do that. Be especially careful for events coming up like the 4th of July, because that can set off dogs to be extra high alert. When they wouldn't normally bite, they might at an event like that, or the Rose Festival parade, or the farmer's market for that matter. And then inside the home, never leave a child alone with the dog, even if it's your dog, because as you know, as we said, kids can be very unpredictable and loud and set off a dog. And also, most importantly, make sure your dog or cat is healthy and not in pain, because a dog or cat who is healthy is less likely to lash out. A dog who is in pain or not feeling well may bite even a family member.
That's an interesting, I think that gets to the why. Obviously every situation is different, but these are animals that can't communicate with us in the same way that we communicate with each other. So why are they sometimes biting? It's not always just an aggression thing, right?
No, in fact, it's rarely aggression. Usually it's fear of the unknown, fear of a person they don't know, or like I said, pain or illness. They're not feeling well.
That makes sense. And I do like what you said. I feel like it's the easiest thing if you are that person that you love dogs, you want to pet them all, just ask. Oftentimes the answer is no. And sometimes when the answer is yes, it still takes a second for the dog to be comfortable before you just pounce on it and ready to give it those scratches behind the ears. We'll admit it's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, well,
just ask.
And it can be different too, even just situationally by dog. There are dogs that, can be a little more aggressive or a little more guarded on a leash, but then if you walk up to them when they're not on their leash, they're fine,
Yeah, totally.
You always want to have that conversation,
All right, well, Dr. Dauphin, it's been great to talk to you, and once again, appreciate the important advice for all the dog lovers out there.
Yeah.
Thank you again for having me. Have a great day.
Of course, you as well. And for more pet health advice and to schedule a checkup for your fur baby, you can always go to wellhaven.com.